Do you regret coming back to Malaysia?
Hello guys, I'm Ivor and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to share about the experience of studying abroad in UK. And for studying abroad in Australia, we have...
Hi, my name is Jayee.
Yeah, she's been hiding there for a long time.
Living costs. How much do you actually spend in the UK?
It depends on how good you're in your financial. Like, I'm a very cheapskate person, so I would spend like £10 is for a week grocery. So yeah,
Like £10 is like 50 ringgit.
because when you go out and dine, the average meal is like £7.
Grocery, like I would spend about like 200. Two weeks.
And when I got to Bristol, I was living in the city centre, so it cost like 650 per month. In Cardiff, I paid like £115 per week.
Also, it's like 250 around there, like 250 or more for one bedroom, and you have limited Wi-Fi for per week. Yeah,
But
so
is
it's
that in
1,000?
the city centre?
Yeah, it's in the city centre.
You travel around using bus or something?
Yeah, we travel around using bus. If you're in the city, we travel around using like tram or walk. Actually, if you want, you can actually walk the whole city.
Yeah, because the weather is so nice.
Yeah,
you only walk for half an hour.
The weather is nice and it's really small. You live with your friends near the city, let's say in a suburb nearby the city, not in the city, only 140 per week. Yeah, it gets cheaper if you live outside and live with your friends.
Yeah, so it really depends, like, do you respect your own privacy? Like, if you're rich enough, you can get a studio. For the tuition fees, Australian universities are a lot higher than the UK and the cost of living in general. But the minimum wage in Australia is a lot higher, which we will be talking about in a bit, so keep watching. Wait, speaking of tissues, in Australia, do you have the pipe? Because I've never been to Australia before. Like,
No.
I hate it!
I feel like my ass is always dirty.
Yeah.
Because you wipe it, it wouldn't be as clean as you wash it.
So every time I have to like damp the toilet paper with water and then like wipe it, clean it like twice. So I spend a lot on toilet papers to make sure my ass is clean.
Another culture shock is, why is there no lock on my door in my room?
You mean like...
No, there's literally no lock. Most of them doesn't have a lock. I don't know if it's just me or like I realize that a lot of them doesn't have lock.
Maybe they're like, they trust the neighborhood so much.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's so weird because like I always thought the rural area cities are more racist because they've never met a lot of like different people from different countries. But when it turns out like in London you get more racism problems in London rather than in Cardiff or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's so weird because like you've seen them all around, like every single day you see Asian walking around and you still like, oh fucking Asian, you know?
There are two types of people studying abroad. Like, you get those people study abroad and still mix with their own local friends. Like, oh, let's, like, example, like,
together,
let's go to UK and we live in the same house and we hang out together. So, everything you do is still the same, it's just the environment changes. So, you don't really grow as a person if you don't really integrate with the local people. I didn't really have a group of friends that went to UK with me. So I was forced, so I was forced to mix around, like join the local clubs.
Actually, at first I was so stressed out because I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Because I see all the Chinese people.
You need to get out of comfort zone.
They already have their friends. Like when they come to Adelaide, they already have their friends and like they live together. They like study together. I feel like I'm not saying that it's not okay to mix your friends. You can have friends. Like, of course, they will be like the friends that you are comfortable and like.
Yeah, we're not saying that you should ditch your local, your Malaysian friends.
Friends. Like, I'm not saying that like white people are better. As long as they are local, doesn't mean like they don't have to be white.
Yes, and also the best part to integrate with locals is to find a part-time job.
Yeah, I work part-time. I have like 3 jobs last time when I worked part-time for a while.
Wow.
No, because I want actually have more responsibility. You feel like you're actually living there. If you just take your parents' money and you just live there like just normal how you live in Malaysia, there's no point going overseas. You can study here.
And the working culture there is so different because when I was in UK, I worked in a Chinese restaurant and an Italian restaurant. The culture is so different. Like the Chinese restaurant, it has like very, you know, forcing, abusive type of mentality. When you make a mistake, they will like and the pay is like underpaid. It's like £6 because the minimum wage is like $7.95 per hour. Pounds.
For us in Malaysia, we're very lucky. We all do not work until we're like graduated.
Yeah.
People here.
It's kind of the culture.
It's the culture. Like people in Australia, like all my friends, they started working when they're 16. Like they started working
when they're legal to work.
So like if a higher pay restaurant, they have a choice. Of course, I'll choose someone who has experience since 16 than like someone who doesn't have any experience at all. So like you have to start somewhere. Like don't always think that, oh my god, I go there, I will get a high paid job. If I get lower pay, I don't want. Well, that was like a stupid mentality to me because you go there, you have no experience. Why? Like give me a reason to hire you.
The minimum wage is how much?
Like 21 or 20. Yeah, if you're legally employed. But
up your game, UK.
I don't mind studying in Chinese restaurant because they pay like 10. It's okay. You work in a Chinese restaurant, you work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay?
And you don't need to cook.
You don't need to cook and 打包. I save it for tomorrow's lunch. Yeah, you can actually afford to travel when you work part-time. You work here in Malaysia, you work part-time.
Yeah.
You work like 10 years, can't even afford to buy a car.
In a proper job. When I was working in Bristol for 3 months summer job, I was being paid like £8 per hour. I could travel in Europe for 2 months. 2 months? Yeah. Malaysian's job could never do that.
Okay, what do you regret coming back to Malaysia?
Or you're just very independent? Oi! The fuck? Before I started to study abroad in UK, my dad was like, you remember to come back, you know? Since my dad is sponsoring my whole school fees and stuff, I just feel bad, like it's not right to forget your roots. So when your sponsor asks you to come back, you come back. Yeah.
In my case, it's different. My parents want me to go back.
Okay.
Because my brothers are there and like they want to go there too, so we're there. Actually, for Australia, you do get a choice. It's easier to migrate there than the UK.
Yeah, because UK is full of... It's currently full.
Yeah, very full.
It's very full right now.
If you want to stay in Australia, choose a subject that you can worth. Yeah, it's like choose a subject that people like in Australia they want, like an occupation that they want. Like I'm not saying that you have to go for doctor, nurses, lawyer. Lawyer doesn't have
lawyer is not versatile.
Like my friend, his parents doesn't even have a single penny to pay for his school fees. He paid for everything himself.
What? How?
Yeah, he worked there for 6 months.
Aeroplane.
He 跳飞机 for 6 months. Worked there in a Chinese restaurant because Chinese restaurant paid by cash. So
yeah, there's no records.
He worked there for half a year. Then he started paying for his first semester's fee. Same age as us.
The fuck?
Yeah.
And we're just leeching off our parents like that.
Like hey, give me money. Go to UK. Go to Australia. My tip is you go whatever you're doing, whatever you're studying. There's definitely a voluntary job. Like for being media, you can go to like fashion show just to work backstage. Get a graduate visa which is about 2 years. Get the job. If you get a job there, you will eventually transfer your graduate visa to a PR.
Or you can just get married with a local. In the UK,
And what do you miss the most in UK?
I miss the weather. I miss being able to sit on the grass and just chill and take photos like nobody's business and walk around. And because when I was in UK, I don't really have to drive. I hate driving here. You can go from Cardiff to London for £5 bus. You don't get 5 ringgit for anything in Malaysia. From UK to Germany for £10. For £10? Take for example, a night out in the UK. Like my friends would just have pre-drinks instead of going to the club and drink. I love the culture there. Like people here, they don't want to hang at home. They want to go out and to show that they are actually out. I don't know the whole point.
I can be myself. I can wear
yes.
PJs without my bra, walking to buy groceries.
Without my bra is a whole thing. Even when I'm wearing like sleeveless and like shorts, go out in the mama and everyone's like looking at you like, and you're so crazy, they're so dry. They will be like, hey boy, oh, fuck. No man.
Malaysia is very, very hot. So you don't want to wear like all this every day. No, we don't
especially
want
wearing
to wear
a bra
that.
is like,
We don't want to wear that, and your bra will be wet.
I would be like walking like this, like to keep my ass tight. I don't really want to show what's like my short.
I will be constantly pulling my pants like that. Like,
whenever I
you know,
it's such a
I do it all the
struggle.
time because I'm worried that people might like look at my butt. Like in other countries, people don't even care about your butt because everyone has a butt.
Not all of them, but just the friends that I was with, like they focus more on themselves. They don't really gossip about other people.
We talk about like, oh, what are we gonna wear, and like what do I like, and the weather today is so nice, where should we go? And we can just go to the beach and just chill there for like a whole day, get a bag of chips.
And it's more like it's rather intellectual conversation rather than like gossiping other people.
I know.
It's just wasting a lot of time.
Honestly, I wouldn't say like the university there is 10 times better. A lot of people who study here and still make it, like they made it and like really rich.
Yes,
so
one point I want to add on this, like, people always think that if you study abroad, your university certificate is gonna be worth more than the local universities. No,
it's not the certificate.
Yeah, it's the job that we take. I have the same application with one of my friends who have a local university. We're the same. Nowadays in Malaysia, there's so many of that overseas graduates, so you're just like another one.
A lot of people actually fail in university when they study overseas because their parents are not there. In the Asian culture, your parents are always there to look at you, tell you you cannot fail. If you are here, if you fail, your parents will know. If you're there, when you fail, like a lot of my friends, they fail, they work part-time and pay it off. So their parents do not know. Yeah, so
I don't have that kind of friends.
I have friends like that. Like they are actually like Malaysian friends. All parents that, oh, you should study this next time will find a job easy to find a job, high pay. No, that is very stupid because a lot of my friends, including this girl, they study what they think, like maybe their parents or Asian culture, they like build up like they brainwash you, telling you that this is a good like subject to study. I had that false belief that if I were to go to study abroad in UK, I would want to choose a degree that is worth taking, like professional degree. If you want to spend like 200k in a degree, make it worthwhile. My advice is only study abroad if you can afford to, because I feel like that don't force your parents.
That shouldn't be a burden to be added on your parents when you're already existing as a child is like already a burden for your parents. Like you yourself not getting to local university is a burden to them already, so like, you can just go to any private college or get a PTPN loan or something. After your high school, you have to experience the whole moving out experience. Like for example, if you're from Penang and you gotta go to KL, or you just move out from your house and experience living alone and be responsible, and that would change your own perspective. That's all I got for you guys. That's all we got for you guys. If you have any questions, you can just leave comments down below and we'll try to reply.
And make sure you follow. Choose to ask her from the UK or me from Australia.
Check her links in the description box. So see you.
Bye.